One of the biggest surprises last month was Dragon Dogma 2 getting a new DLC out of nowhere. The DLC is called exactly the same as the one of the first game, Dark Arisen. The reason behind getting the same name is that they want to make Dragon Dogma 2 Dark Arisen have the same objective as the original DLC. That is to focus on combat. The original Dark Horizon added a new locale, Bitter Black Isle, that did contain a very large dungeon and was all about expanding combat, moves, and fighting tougher, harder monsters. The very same director of the original Dark Arisen is behind the new one, too. The new content is focused in two parts, Forsaken Dominion and Lost Right. Lost Right are challenge dungeons that will be found around the world. If you have played Dragon Dogma 2, you for sure have noticed several crumble doors with no way to get through them. The DLC will enable these doors and you will be able to face the challenges inside. At this point, there is little information of what can be found inside and the rewards, so I can't get much into it. The known information confirmed in a recent interview is that these challenges are designed to be faced as you explore the game and find them, with the easier challenges having a recommended start of level 20. That really doesn't say much since most of the Horizon power comes from equipment and vocations. The other part of the DLC is a brand new complete region similar to the two ones found in the original game, Norgan. This region is on principle ice-based and will present regional versions of existing monsters plus totally new ones with different skeletons. A skeleton is a common Monster Hunter term that talks about how a monster moves. Some monsters may share many common animations and attacks, or straight up variants of the same monster like a regular chimera and a gore chimera. So new skeletons means that there will be monsters that are not rehashes of existing ones, but brand new with their full moves. This new region will be accessible the moment you reach the capital of the first area in the original game, that is, very early. This being said, the director has stated a recommended level of 40. I value that like having enough prowess to beat drakes. If you can beat a drake, you are more than ready for the expansion. They have confirmed that there is no scaling, but will work like in the base game, where monsters are tougher the further you advance into the new content. They have outright stated that while you start at those levels 20 and 40, the new content will keep getting tougher and tougher to the point that it will still provide a challenge to characters with max stats. The new Dark Arisen campaign is parallel to the one happening in the core game, and they do not interact. This means that once you start it, you may come back to the old regions or do it all at once and then continue for the main one. But it is a bit worrisome that I kind of feel like if you get into the DLC, the new equipment and skills plus leveling up there will make the original content way too easy beyond the new trials. All this together gives you several ways you can try to enjoy both the base game and the DLC at its fullest without optimizing the fun out of it. My biggest recommendation is that you should not wait for the DLC to drop to complete the main campaign at least once. One of the major reasons is just that you will dodge spoilers that come from the game being more popular with the DLC. There are some plot points that you should totally experience as spoiler-free as possible, being the best part of the game. If you complete the game, you can get into New Game, plus that will make you carry all your gear and progression into it. And exclusive to New Game Plus, there are some features like upgrading vocations and skills, making them spend half the stamina. If you are an optimizer, getting into New Game Plus then is viable, but mind that this will make you plow through the earlier parts of the DLC. Yeah, this is kind of a problem. If you do this, you ruin the DLC experience, but if you wait to start, then you will likely ruin the original campaign. But thank goodness Capcom has got the insight to give us one option to be able to experience the original game and then the DLC. Multiple character slots. In the current version of the game, you only have one file. This means that if you want to start anew from zero, you wipe all the progress of your previous character and all the reputation of your pawn. But at the end of August, we are getting a free update to the base game that does several things, including being able to have 3 different characters and their pawns. This update will then allow you to start the game, experience the campaign, and then once you get into New Game, plus decide if you want to keep using it or create a new one. If you already have played the game, then this also allows you to full replay without trashing your old beloved pawn. The August update at the end of the month also will do a huge rework of the existing vocations, including raising the number of equipable skills from 4 to 6. The game will be a lot more fun after this update, since, let me speak plainly, having only 4 skills is one of the things that sucked the most in the base game. This is because Dragon Dogma 2 implemented a lot of utility skills as active ones. So, for example, if you want to be able to double jump with a thief, you have to sacrifice one skill to it. This also restricted a lot of what you could do in combat, because if you equipped like 2 buff skills, you only could attack with 2, making the combat very repetitive with very limited combos. So, if you want to start Dragon Dogma 2 before the DLC, starting to play at the end of August seems to be the right move. An alternative is to start today, just because Dragon Dogma 2 is a long game, taking around 75 hours or more, and you might not have enough time to complete the full game in 1 month if you have limited time to play. So basically, the decision about when to start would be, if you want to keep an existing character, you have no other option than to wait for the August update at the very least. Otherwise, if you are returning or new players, then as just stated, all depends how many hours you are able to dump in September into the game. With enough time, wait for August for the updates, and without it, start now. Repeating me, Dragon Dogma 2 is a game that deserves to be experienced once before the DLC drops. The final part of the game is awesome. I'm biting my tongue here, but seriously, don't let anybody spoil it to you. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.